Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster. We are going into the Crystal Tower now. I'm going to showcase just a few battles to show you how annoying this place can really get. So let's not get too comfortable with it. First floor. So we got a bunch of chests hidden all over the place. We just did Eureka, and now we're going to go ahead and grab all the chests and whatnot and get ourselves to the final portions of this game. So you'll see this tower sucks exploring. Got Doga's clone. Honestly, I would just keep heal duties on the whole time. And then, unfortunately for the mages here, who can't really do shit. Gonna be these little cracks in the wall that you can kind of see. That's gonna be your cue to go through them. But you saw like it was like Doga's clone and stuff like that. Like you got like really weird boss enemies that are inside the Crystal Tower, or former bosses that become regular enemies now. I'm gonna say, those things are dangerous. Holy shit, hold up. Okay. But they do give a lot of experience and stuff, so... But that's pretty much what you get from here, so let's go ahead and take a look at the bestiary units again, so I can just show you what you want to get from here. Okay. Alright, so you got a Gamori, which is the Medusa clone. A Bluck, which, whatever. Doga's clone. Azier, which is your Jin, enemy in the future, I guess. The Platinol, which is Goldberg. The Cum-Cum. That's what I've always called them, Cum-Cum. They're bastards. Very, very difficult to deal with. They have I think they summon death spells and shit too, so they can wipe your party pretty quickly. Then you got the Dark General, Yellow Dragon, Green Dragon, Red Dragon, Glaciolabolus, Thor. And these are all the boss enemies, so yes. There you go. I'll showcase some of those just so you can see what you need to get from here, and that's about it. So the only thing we really got to deal with is monsters and chests if we get them. Honestly, I don't remember if this tower has any of those, but I'm sure one does. Most of the time you'll be doing a lot of running from battles while you're in the Crystal Tower. Because it's just easier to preserve your magic and stuff from enemies that you probably don't need to have. The only thing you need to do is add them to your bestiary and then just get the hell out of Dodge. So use the Cypress key. Okay. Then each floor just becomes more rinse and repeat. It's all about traversing the mazes, checking your map out, grabbing the chests as you kind of fly by them, checking to see if you have any secret entrances that you kind of pop through like this. Just keep running around until you come across what you need. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, so this one's kind of weird because you have to pop it here, pop it here. Elixir, and then you have to go up here. Pop your boot down here, grab the Elder Staff, another Elder Staff. Then you get 2 Elder Staffs. It's kind of funny how one's like a mega reward, but then you get it in a chest. It's kind of funny, right? Super bullshit, in my opinion. Phoenix down. Run, grab the elixirs. So you can see why, I mean, they are stocking you up heavy right now with elixirs. They're basically telling you you're going to be using this shit. It's just the encounter rates are so high in the Crystal Tower too that you're just going to have a rough time just battling alone. That's pretty much what the name of the game is here. Okay, so here's the 5th floor. This is where your first chance is at encountering one of the dragons. So I'll turn on encounters just for these, just in case we do run into it. But the proper path is down this way, over here, this way. Counters on. Alright. Oh, I hate these guys. So much damage for no reason. One more go. Oh my. Oh, we're getting out of here. Should've just fought it. Should've just fought it. Shit. Yep, Shinobis have a chance at poisoning you too. And they blinded us. Oh my god. When I say this place sucks, it sucks. It's one of my worst experiences in Final Fantasy history. Especially 3D Remake. This place was like tears of joy when you finish it, believe me. Alright, so we didn't get it, unfortunately. But on floor 5, you will have to run here like a bunch of different times in order to spawn the yellow dragon. So 5, 6, and 7. This is the only way to get these dragons too. They don't show up anywhere else. So here's floor 6. We'll do this again. Just to get a dragon. If we can get one dragon, that'd be nice. Hey, look at that. Got one dragon. Let me just showcase the power of them real quick. Tornado. You want to use all your strongest shit against these guys. So pretty much what Tornado does is, it doesn't do like direct damage, but it will take them down to critical HP. So that's why it says it inflicts critical damage or whatever. It's basically saying that it's putting them near death, like in the yellow or red HP limit, if it hits. So I netted myself an elixir, which is not bad, but to be honest, I think I've only ever gotten the onion shield out of them before, and that was, you know, obviously by luck. But anyway, yes, there you go. So you get Green Dragon. Finally got Crystal Mail. Oh my god, did I already have one? I did not. So we got full crystal gear, we got the Excalibur and that is the knight complete. The black belt's been complete. I don't think there's anything better than what he's currently wearing right now. And then the mage is here. Yeah, they're also good too. Equipment is kind of lacking in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. But I'm glad we were able to showcase at least one dragon, so that's how you're gonna pull it. So remember, 6 is the green dragon, and then floor 7 will be your red dragon, which is the harder dragon. And just keep running and running and running until you find them. Now, when we get to Final Fantasy VI, that's the only one that I haven't played like a full playthrough on the PlayStation. That's kind of where I just gave up for a little bit. We are going to have to find enemies within that. I'm probably going to have a guide up and everything because that game is pretty long, for one. And for two, it's very specific about how you have to do things. So I'm interested to see how I'm going to platinum that game. Because if they make me get every single Gao ability in the game, and that's going to be for Platinum, that's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. Just by sheer willpower alone, I don't want to do that shit. Yeah, so run back and forth here. This is where you'll encounter the red dragon, if you ever feel the itch to do something like that. Alright. Once you get to this room, you are now done with the Crystal Tower, which is fantastic. But some bullshit's gonna happen from here on out. So there you go. Doga went around and gathered up all of our allies, so their strength, you know, and all that unity came through to get us through that little trap. Otherwise, they would have perished. Now we fight Jande. What this game is, like villain, you know, like okay. So Jande is just pissed because his master left him with, you know, no good power, basically. Well, he gave Doga and Uni something better. Or at least in his mind, that's how he felt. So he felt kind of shafted for that reason, and that's why he turned pure evil. But it's because his master knew that there was a darkness in his heart anyway, so, you know. There's the whole little lore thing. I think it's told a lot better in 3D Remake than it is here. But they did actually elaborate a lot about it, so I was really happy with that. And fuck this dude up. It's those heavier spells that hurt because they really damage our physical fighters a lot. RNG? Oh, he did. The cloud of darkness has already gathered. The land will be shrouded. So now you're like, what is the cloud of darkness? There we go. This game is where it really started, like the whole. There's like a final boss, but then there's a true final boss type shit. So you're like, all right, there's nothing you can do to win this fight. Yep. Sometimes I just set these screens just for the music because you don't hear the stuff anymore. But it's really nice to see like your allies all uniting once again. All the people you've come across and helped are giving you like their prayers and blessings so you can continue on. So Doga and Uni are no longer part of the physical world anymore. And I think this was the biggest what the fuck moment for me in this game because I was like, holy shit, dude. Eureka and the Crystal Tower were so difficult, and now you're gonna put us in an even more difficult situation. This game got real fast for me. So you can encounter things down here. A lot of your encounters are going to come from the next room up. So you always want to like kind of be conscious of this as well. What there is though is that there are 4 dark crystals that we have to break. Each that give you certain items and shit, and a couple of like super boss fights. Like they're kind of this game's version of like super boss fights, even though they're you know, whatever. I don't think it's optional. I think you have to do them. So anyway, we got to go on a long little thing here, and you have to do this anyway if you want all the chests. So yeah, this is gonna be the fun part. But the World of Darkness, this is the actual final dungeon of the game. So we're gonna go from left to right, and I would just be prepped. So this place has a lot of bullshit. I'm not gonna show any of the fights here because these guys suck. You'll be hurting even at high levels. It doesn't matter what you do here. This place is just generally terrible. I want to start from a spot like this because sometimes they mix them. You can tell by the floor design where you counter these guys. Alright, so Shadow Master, this one will do a lot of damage to you. The Kage is absolute horrid. This guy will go first every single time and just inflict all sorts of shit on you. Jorgenmon, you're gonna see him kind of commonly. And then we're starting to dip into, let's see, the Hydra, which is a lesser form of a bigger boss. Queen Cilia, which is again another weaker form of a boss. A Garm, it's a weak form of a boss. Twin Dragon. Let's see what else. Jonde's clone. And then I don't want to show those, but you'll find those are the final bosses. So yeah, you'll come across things like that in this. Make sure you pop your map. This is really nice though. Like I love the dungeon map feature there. This is going to be a Jonde clone. Every single chest I think has a Jonde clone, and yeah, they're pretty tough characters here. Honestly, I would just start smacking away. You want to just get damage in at this point. Oh my god. Of course you would. I'll do another round of healing again because this guy doesn't know how to stop doing that. Ooh, what a damage. Oh shit. Yeah, when I say this place sucks, it sucks. That man ran roughshod on us, holy crap. That was pretty bad. These fights are no joke. Get ready for some bullshit. You're going to be primarily healing more than anything with the mage. And then just do your best to do as much damage as possible. These things just drag on. These battles drag on so bad. You're probably going to take a few deaths here and there, which is fine. Because sometimes you can't predict when they're going to move or whatever. But I would just keep the mage on heal duty from here on out. Yeah, see? You just don't know when it's going to happen. And we're pretty high level too, so that's kind of ridiculous a little bit to me. The only thing that you don't want is the white mage to go before the damage is done. Otherwise you just waste. See, like this is just a waste. And then he has another chance of going again if it kind of rolls that way. It's the only problem I have with this kind of turn-by-turn system. That's why they changed it to the ATB. That's gonna hurt. Oh wow. Do more of those then. There you go. Normally you're not doing this much damage, even with like highly leveled items or anything like that, like these fights will drag on. There's just no way to put it. Okay, yeah, you do need to do these then. Feel free to stay down here as long as you want and just keep grinding these guys out. You're possibly going to have to. Just to survive. But the best part is that every single crystal that you clear, you'll be able to go back for a full heal anyway, so just kind of keep that in mind as you're doing these. I would just pop one to see where you need to go. So all the way to the left for a chest, and then in the middle for the actual route to go. Which every single chest is going to have a Jande clone, so get ready for those tough battles every single time. And I really don't want to utilize Flare often here because, yeah, I think bios are good enough. Because you want to save your big damage spells for the other bosses. And then he's probably going to hit you for an all-hitter spell. Yep. The knight might be dead. Okay. So bad shit, isn't it? You'll only be able to get like one damage spell off with the devout before you have to start healing. Yeah, oh my god, Flare. That's worse. That is not ideal. Because if this thing hits for an all spell, then she's gonna go down. Good. This is exactly what I hate. There you go. That's what it was. Now watch. We're gonna have to heal past this damage, and hopefully they don't get another turn. This is the quickest way to a game over, by the way. It's just out of your control. But we got lucky there. But again, it's the problem with not being able to put stuff like Shell and Protect. I don't know why these did not transfer over into this game. It makes literally no sense to me. Because with the amount of damage that these guys are doing, you would think that buffing your characters would make so much more sense than whatever the hell they're trying to do. Because like you can spend the whole time casting Reflect on, on whatever, but then you're not able to heal yourself either at the same time. So if you're taking physical damage, now you have to rely on your items, which the only reliable item at this point is an elixir, and you don't want to use that against these types of enemies. But yeah, Final Fantasy III. It was a testament to gamers out there. And then the fact that you have to run back every single time to the middle floor is just insane. Like this game has no chill. It's one of like the most not repeated Final Fantasy games, and this is kind of why it's the end game content. It's challenging, yes, but it's also very like you know. Once again, another Zonde clone. They just can't get away from these assholes. Holy and flare. I think we'll be okay for another round, as long as he does damage like that. Yeah, if we don't kill him in this round, then that was a mistake. There we go. It's kind of up to you if you do want to put a ribbon on the knight. Obviously, you lose a lot of defense doing this, but you also protect yourself from all the status elements, so really kind of a decision you have to make there with that. Yeah, here we go. I believe this fight is the Double Dragon. Oh, the Ahriman, okay. Obviously a very iconic enemy there himself. Floating eyeball bastard. This guy can be kind of a nightmare though, so you want to be careful too. I think he's the easier battle, but he's definitely, yeah, there you go, Meteor. That's tough. Oh, shit. This is why I don't like getting damage off with the Devout, because stuff like that happens sometimes. We'll see if we got it in. This will survive. Okay, we're good. When they cast regular spells like that, that makes life so much easier to deal with. So you want to sneak in as much damage as possible. It's just, I'm taking a risk here when I do this. Because you never know, like, if the Kiraja is going to hit first. Because he could get a turn first on this next round, and then that could be like what starts wiping out the party. So you're hoping right now that the Kiraja goes first. Yeah, see? And we're lucky that he's doing Blizzagas right now instead of like another Meteor or another, you know, whatever. So now I'm not even going to play around with him, I'm just going to keep Kiraja up. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Right there, see? We could have used it before that Meteor hit, because now he has a chance of hitting double Meteor and really putting us in the red. It's just the balance of this game is, you know, not the greatest. Because it's like they really wanted you to utilize like the Arise spells and your Phoenix Downs and all that stuff, and it's like, why though? It literally does not need to be like that. But the idea is that you spend all your time down here probably leveling yourself to like a safe 70 and then getting out of here. It's pretty much how they want. So realistically, the only enemies that you should probably have a hard time coming across are going to be the dragons. That's it. The 3 dragons are the hardest spawns to get. Everything else, other than like missable dungeon enemies, are all over the place. You just have to take the time to spawn them out. Dang, he took even more hits this time. What the hell? You get 5 ribbons for whatever reason. Okay, let's go fight us a final optional, or not optional, but a final tough encounter. Now this guy, I think the last time I did this, he actually gave me a game over. Because he hits really hard physically, he hits very hard. So just keep Karaja going and just go with it. Okay, it's not that bad when you're a little bit more upgraded. Okay, never mind, I was right. Yep, he does a lot of damage. That's what I'm saying, though. That damage is so sneaky, so when you're trying to, like, get an extra hit in or whatever, and you see Kiraja didn't even heal all the way. So if he hits, like, the same person over and over again, and I think I got really unlucky where he started slapping my mage around. Yeah, he almost insta-killed the knight. Like, that's crazy. And he killed the knight. Fuck. This is when you start losing the game right here. So I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to use a rise, which gives you full HP. I hope he doesn't kill it, because then Lunith is going to be out of control. Please kill it. Oh my god. And yep, like I said, this guy, he definitely gave me a game over. He can just insta-kill anyone in any amount of shots. He's just a pure physical fighter. And because there's no way to, like, use Protect, Protera, or whatever, you're just taking full brunt damage. Oh my god. That was rough. Got you, bitch. But the only realistic way to alleviate yourself of this kind of pain is to, one, be leveled up a lot. So a lot of HP, and then probably have all, like, 3 ninjas and, like, 1 person to heal your party. And then just throw shurikens like there's no tomorrow. That's basically how you defeat these guys in a few less turns than you would. Saving enough for the final boss as well, but how would you ever know that when you play this the first time, right? But in my 3D remake run, I actually had the Knight, the Black Belt, the Magus, and the Devout as well. So I had the basic party the whole time I played this. You'll encounter the other enemies you're missing in here. Okay, this is it. The final bout. We're going to cut here and then finish the game proper. So thanks for watching, and then in the next video will be the last episode of Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster.